as always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the weekend?
There are two people that pretty much unanimously everyone on the planet wants to watch them play golf. Tiger Woods and John Daly. Okay. Well, we got a treat, man, because Tiger Woods and John Daly's offspring, John Daly the second and Charlie Woods, they're coming up. They're both really good. John Daly's son is a freshman at Arkansas. They won the challenge this weekend, 36-hole challenge. Tiger and Charlie Woods got second. John Daly and JD the second, 27 under. Tiger and Charlie Woods 25 under. It was so awesome to watch all of the father-son combinations out there, and like how all the mannerisms and all that stuff, how in tune they are. And your boy, the 12-year-old Charlie Woods, looks like he's going to be legit.
I for one was shocked that he's so good at golf.
I know, right? Weird.
I mean, stunning. The kid's swing, it's just like, I watched quite a bit of it, and the entire time, number one, I was mad at my parents for not getting me into golf when I was a child, because it's like anything that if you start young, you're going to end up being better at it. And then number two, I just felt bad about myself watching him swing. Is that weird? Because I was like, that's great for that kid, but this makes me feel terrible.
It's awesome though that everything he does looks exactly like his dad. Just the way he moves out there, the way he mimics like the fist pumps and all that stuff. He's got a little bit of swag out there too. Did you see him make that putt and give Justin Thomas the money sign? This is awesome. This is great. I loved it.
I will say, it was fun watching Tiger, but at points it was clear like he's hurting.
Yeah.
Hurting.
Yeah.
But it was classic Tiger Woods. Like, yeah, but my leg almost fell off. It's fine. I'll just play. It's fine.
It's good to see him back out there though, man. It's because it really hasn't been that long, just over a year, right? Or maybe under a year.
Yeah, it hadn't even been a year, has it?
Yeah, because I think it was maybe right around the Super Bowl. Because he was doing some of that stuff for the Super Bowl, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, it hasn't been. Yeah, it hadn't been a full year yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's good to see him out there. John Daly is so fun to watch. His son looks a lot like him. It's great, man. I loved it.
I love they cut to the fairway and Daly's just ripping a heater in the middle of the fairway. It's like just waiting for the guys in front of him to get off the green. He's just like smoking the hell out of a cigarette. You're just like, well,
the shocking part is he had shoes on. He's usually barefoot on the golf course. I saw this video of him earlier in the week. He's standing around with a group of guys, and I guess they were having like a closest to the pin chipping challenge. And he steps up there, like one drink in his hand, wedge in the other hand, one hands it, wedge shot, drains it. And it's just like, God, he's so cool to watch, man. It's fun.
Oh, I love John Daly. God, that was really fun to watch. They should do some more of that stuff. It was like feel good golf. I wasn't like nervous for anyone. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's probably limited how much you could do it before everyone, like it's kids that you never get to see. So that's what's cool. But I saw someone like a tweet, and it's so true. It's like, this is the first time Tiger Woods was not getting the most attention on the golf course. And it was his son. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
His son's going to be he's going to be a legend. Like we can all acknowledge that right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who do you have as your loser of the weekend?
It's the head injury stuff, man.
Oh my God, dude. Were you watching Red Zone today?
Yeah, I saw enough to see him carting Teddy Bridgewater off with his face mask off. So you have that, and then you had the Thursday night game with Parham going down non-contact. So we hadn't seen a whole lot of this recently, and then all of a sudden in one weekend you get like a wave of it. But it sounds like both guys are going to be okay. Teddy Bridgewater is got movement. Parham's got movement, and I think everything's going to be all right. But it's always scary whenever you see that, and it's weird to play in a game whenever something big like that happens, and then it's like the cart drives off, and it's like there's the whistle, and okay, here we go. It almost feels like, are we supposed to keep going? Like, is this supposed to be canceled or something? But you got to keep going out there and grinding through it.
Have you ever been in one of those games? Like face mask off?
Yep.
Ooh, that's awful. It's
Well, you met Frank Davis, the assistant strength coach, right? That was at OU. Gigantic dude.
Yeah, giant guy. Yeah, Frank. Gotcha.
I was with him in Detroit, and I saw him get hit. This is back whenever the wedge was still legal, and there's a whole backstory to this, but he and another guy collided on kickoff, and it like his helmet like broke in half. They had to stabilize him and cart him off, screwed up his neck. The other guy's face mask broke and was hanging off, and he was bleeding out of his eyeballs. Paul Smith broke both of his eye sockets. It's crazy, man. Biggest collision I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I thought Frank was like, I thought it was over for him. It was brutal.
It's a reminder that football, but when the guys are as big and as athletic as the guys in the NFL are, man, really bad things can happen. It's not often, but yeah, both of those. What they showed Bridgewater, I was like, man, that dude can't buy a break. Like his leg almost fell off in Minnesota, and now like. And it sounds like he's fine moving all his limbs and everything, but I was just like, damn, man, how much bad luck can one guy have?
Brutal.
Okay, for my winner of the weekend, thought about going with UTEP. They lost to Fresno State in the New Mexico Bowl, but that fake QB sneak pop pass that they threw for a touchdown was absolutely sick. That was an awesome play.
I've always thought about that, like in my head, that people should do that. So it was cool to see someone pull it off. That was awesome.
Yeah. Also thought about going with Jake Paul. I don't watch boxing, but that clip of him knocking Woodley out was everywhere. I think everyone in the world has seen it. And that guy has made and is going to continue to make a fortune as a boxer. And I'll give him some respect. Seems like the dude really works at it. So,
well, he does. At the very beginning, like it was like, haha, some YouTube guys fighting. But now he's like 5 years in of nonstop straight training for MMA and boxing. So, yeah, at this point, you're getting a professional boxer whenever you go in the ring with him.
Yeah, and I think he moved to like Puerto Rico or Costa Rica or one of those because he wanted to be able to just like focus on training. Like the dude is deep in it, and strong right. I'll give him credit. That's a strong right.
And I'm telling you that I don't know what the numbers are, but he is making incredible money doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like if you box, like it's gotta be frustrating as hell for a professional boxer that did it all, like did the amateur thing and did like the Olympic thing and then transitioned into professional and just tried to get fights and make your way up the rankings to have a chance at the championship. And then there's this douche off of YouTube that's just decided to fight a celebrity and makes like $20 million a pay-per-view. It's got to be, they're way more than that now, but like whenever he first started, I bet have they said the numbers on the pay-per-view?
No,
it's got to be like $100 million.
Yeah. I mean, he's making a ridiculous amount of cash off this, and he's undefeated. So,
yeah. And his brother could fight too.
Yeah. His brother's lost some, but hey, still. Yeah. Dudes are killing it. But my winner of the weekend, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. For those of you that are new to the podcast, once football season is completely over and gone with, we do a little thing we call FGTB around here. And that is football guys talking basketball. And we're going to do a little mini one right here, Ted, because an awesome game that I was at Saturday night, SGA with the game winner, the sidestep. He creates the space on Batum. Batum was just like, damn, I'm not even going to get to challenge that shot. He's so far away from me. And nothing but the bottom of the net to win the game at the buzzer. Listen, if the Thunder are going to win a game, this is exactly the way you want them to do it. At home and against a team whose draft pick they own in the next draft. So it's perfect. It's a perfect situation. And that's a shot we've seen Shai work on this year, and he's busted it out this season. And for him to hit a game winner on that, it was pretty awesome. And it kind of speaks to the work he's put in to improve his game. I'm not sure what the celebration dance he went with was, though. He called it the Lamar Odom dance. I listen, you win a game like that with a shot like that, you can do whatever you want, but let's calm down. Yeah, let's calm down on trying to replicate things Lamar Odom did, okay? You know what I'm saying, Ted?
Yeah, that was crazy. And you had the best video of it that I saw anywhere. That's a viral tweet, right?
Steady hand with the iPhone 8, which, by the way, now people are starting to make fun of me because I still have an iPhone 8. I know I need to get an upgrade, but I just really like the home button. Okay. I don't want the home button to go away.
I'm a 6S guy with my phone right now. That's real bad.
6S.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. It's old.
God, we need to get with the times, man. We
No,
sound
dude,
old as hell.
I want the button I'm with you. I don't want a new phone.
You don't want the government scanning your face. That's what you don't want.
True.
But a couple other things from that game. Josh Giddey.
200,000 views on that video.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Hopefully all those people find our podcast from that. Watch us on YouTube. It's all for the podcast, Ted. Come on. But Josh Giddey had, 8 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists. You know, I guess no one knew he needed a couple points for a triple-double. They probably should have got him that, but whatever. He also missed a bunch of shots there in the fourth quarter. But he continues to impress. Lou Dort. Dude, Lou Dort, I swear, you look at what he's making and the way that he is producing on the court now, I don't know if there are any contracts that are better in the NBA. Like, that may be the most team-friendly contract in the entire National Basketball Association. Dude had 29 in this game, went 4 of 8 from 3. Like, his improvement offensively continues to be just fantastic. And then Trey Mann, the rookie, he's exciting to watch, man. You talk about creating space.
Why?
We've seen him dunk on some fools these last couple of weeks, man. Once again, this was a really fun game to watch. So don't be mad that they won, people. It was fun. Let's just have fun with the win.
Giddey's a hell of a passer, man.
Oh, yeah.
That one, he threaded the needle down the, through a couple of people for a layup was awesome.
Oh, you're telling on yourself. You've actually watched some basketball.
No, that was just a clip.
Just a clip, just a highlight. Best part from this game, though, I wanted to share this. And if you have your kids in the car, maybe mute it here in about 5 seconds because there's going to be a quote. Luke Kennard had 27 for the Clippers. And at one point, I'm just chatting with him. All right. I'm like, hey, how you doing, Luke? And like, hey, everything all right? Holidays are stressful. Like, I'm just being stupid. I'd been drinking a lot of red wine. And he's like, man, he looks up at the scoreboard. He's like, not good, man. I was like, what? And at the time he had like 21 points. So it's just like, tell me about it, man. Like, what's going on? And he just like is sitting there laughing. So I'm like, we're chatting, we're having fun. It's late in the fourth quarter. He hits a 3. And I did think he got fouled, but I didn't say anything. And he hits a 3 and it's right in front of me. And he gets up, turns around right in my face. Like, I'm talking 2-3 feet from my face, Ted. It says, and fucking one. And I just started dying laughing. I was like, And my boy Ryan Johnson and I, we were like, what was that? I was like, Luke, I thought we were friends. And there's a dead ball the next possession. They're going, and it was a media timeout. And he walks over. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. It was so funny.
That's great. I need to find that clip. I haven't seen that. Have you seen it on TV?
I haven't looked for it, but it like stared me right in the eyes, like into my soul. I was like, all right, okay.
Oh, that's great.
But the best part was him apologizing. He's like, it was almost like he's like, hey man, Tiger got out of the cage. I don't know. And I gave him the old soccer like thumbs up. I was like, hey, we're good. We're good. It was hilarious though.
That's funny.
All right, for my loser of the weekend, thought about going with YouTube TV. I don't know if you saw everyone and their dog complaining about YouTube TV, but everyone was losing it on them for not getting a deal done with ESPN, Disney, whatever you want to call it, before bowl games started. All the cord cutters were up in arms, and they ended up getting a deal done on Sunday. So the people that switched to something else because they were so mad at YouTube TV, only for it to be resolved a day later, that's hilarious to me. That's awesome.
The cord cutting, I've noticed, originally it was cheaper. It was cool. Hey, yeah, I'm cutting the cord, but now you've got like 50 different $5 a month subscriptions to stuff, and in the long run, it's probably just as much or more.
Yeah, I've stuck strong with the Cox cable, man. I've kept it the whole time. So, hey. But my loser of the weekend, the Arizona Cardinals.
Woo!
What was that? I mean, went to Detroit with a chance to clinch a playoff spot and got absolutely smacked by the Lions. And the Cardinals have been awesome on the road up to this point, undefeated on the road up to this point. And they just couldn't score points offensively. They couldn't put the ball in the end zone. And I'm not sure if Kyler Murray is hurt or what, but it just was not sharp at all in this game. And now it certainly doesn't help that DeAndre Hopkins is out for the foreseeable future with the MCL, but Kyler didn't really look like himself in this one, especially when he was scrambling around. He didn't look, normally when he's scrambling around, he looks like he's in like 2 times speed.
Right.
He looked in about 1 1/4, 1 1/2, which is probably how some people listen to this podcast.
Looked humid.
Yeah, it was, he didn't look as ridiculous as normal, and hit a weird interception. I know he was mad at AJ Green, but I didn't think that was a good decision with the football, with how long he held it. He got outplayed by Jared Goff. And I know it's not how football works, but Jared Goff was really solid, and Kyler Murray just was off. I don't know, man. The Lions, they beat him up.
I didn't see that one coming. I think it was 17-0 at halftime, I think. And I was like, surely that's flipped around. Like, that's not right. But yeah, look at Campbell getting the boys going up there late, trying to make a late run in this thing. Get to that elusive 4-win mark, maybe.
So I think I understand the origin of why the Lions beat the Cardinals in this game. There's something I saw on Saturday. The Cardinals owner, I think his name's Bidwell. I think that's right. He bought him a team plane. So for those of you that don't know, like NFL teams, for the most part, you just fly on like a charter flight, whether it's United or Delta, like you just go get on one of those planes. Now the Patriots have their own plane that Bob Kraft got them. And now the Cardinals have their own plane. I think they're those are the only 2 teams
That's right.
that have their own planes. And the Cardinals flew to this game in their brand new plane for the first time. And they've got like the first class pods, like when you're flying to Europe, that can lay all the way back. And like you got the TV set up.
So is that for how many of those do they have in there?
28.
Woo, starters, huh?
Yeah, so like every starter is getting the first class pod, and the other seats for the rest of the roster are like all business class setups for the for the coaches and the rest of the roster. Like, it's legit. But I could see Dan Campbell being like, these soft ass bitches
Oh yeah.
flying in their fancy plane. Let's hit them right in them. Let's show them who's tough. Like grit, Detroit. Hell yeah.
Bite their leg off, right? Isn't that what he said in the
Kneecaps.
Kneecaps. That's awesome. He is such a good dude. I hope that he has success there. I hope he does. And hey, that's a nice win. Got to get it rolling somehow.
Yep. It was fun. It was I couldn't believe it. I watched a lot of that game. I was just like, damn, they're just
I'm
beating
shocked
them up.
that every NFL team doesn't have its own plane.
Me too, at this
It's
point.
so much cheaper over time. Like Bob Kraft, I think I read somewhere that I think he got that jet at like some major discount because it was used to be an airliner, you know?
That's the only way I buy my jets is when they're like really on sale.
When they've got a lot of miles on them.
Yeah, when they've really racked up some miles.
But it is super expensive to do those charters, and you're doing, you know, what, at least 10 a year. And if you're a playoff team, you know, who knows how many you're doing. And gosh, over time, it's got to be way cheaper.
There's got to be someone that's got like a lot of knowledge of like plane costs that can explain to us, that listens to this. I'm just, there's going to be one person that this applies to perfectly, that like knows a lot about how much those jets cost and like why teams wouldn't do that. There's got to be a reason, right? That every team in the league just doesn't have their own plane, right?
I guess you end up having like insurance exposure. You got to insure it as well. And I don't know if they charter it out, the Patriots plane, you know, if he charters it out and whenever they're not using it in the off season to other.
That's like how you pay it off.
Right.
Yeah.
That would make sense, but
they do that with yachts.
That's right.
So I don't know. Someone that is smart enough and knows enough about that stuff, let us know. YouTube comments or tweet us.